Hello, hello, hello. I am not going to hold you for long. I want to say this. I want to get this out of the way. It has nothing to do with the subject. I am losing interest in this world. The more I say doing work on myself, but I don't want to call it work because I'm supposed to just be. And I'm transitioning out of this realm. I'm transitioning out of this reality. And so the stuff that I see, it's like I can't watch it. Even when I like pay for some of the shows I like to watch, like reality shows. Like I'm losing interest in that. It's like I'm transitioning out of this realm. I really am. You know, you have to transition psychologically, mentally, like. But you know, I don't want to call it work, but that's what it's called in this realm, doing the work and stuff. But I don't want to call it work because the work is kind of like the ego. The ego gets so when I talk about I'm doing the work, the ego gets involved. But that's just how words are used. So you know, but anyway, getting away from that. That's not what I'm talking about now. That's not what I'm talking about now. Shalom. Some people keep, and that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion. When they hear somebody speak, everybody's going to have their own assessment of what they feel like the person is feeling when they speak. Number one, I said that I feel like Shalom might have been paid by Oprah or somebody else, but I got a big feeling with Oprah to even come on live and say something because Monique has been speaking about her song for years, and he's finally felt like he need to say something now after the Club Shay Shay interview, after she has spoken about him so many times. And honestly, with the Club Shay Shay interview, I didn't even remember that part about her son. Out of everything she said, to be honest with you, I didn't even remember that. That didn't even stick out to me. So it seems like, yeah, the son could have been paid. And the reason I bring that up is because a lot of people feel like the son needs to move on and heal. He needs to heal. She's never going to give him what he wants. And so the son needs to move on and heal. But I feel like he doesn't care. I feel like he's indifferent. I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares. Just my opinion, just my assessment. Because I kind of felt like he was paid to say what he said because somebody cares about their image. Even though they might be a billionaire, they still care deeply about their image. And after that interview with Club Shay Shay, trust me. I mean, Taraji P. Henson, even though I didn't hear her call Oprah's name, I feel like she already did a number on Oprah, even though Monique been called out Oprah. I feel like when Taraji P. Henson had something to say about her pay, everybody went in on Oprah. And then this thing with Monique going on Club Shay Shay, I think I almost put the nail in the coffin on Oprah's image, even though she will always have the money that she wants. She will always seem like have money. But I feel like the image of Oprah was going downhill. Oprah's image was going downhill. I almost feel like I saw that with that thing with Gayle King in 2020 when this thing that happened with Kobe Bryant in her interview with Lisa Leslie. Then she played for the Sparks, LA Sparks. And Oprah came and Gayle King came out the next day saying, "I'm sorry, that is not how that interview went. The way it was worded was edited. Like Gayle King was just, she was just so. It's no words can explain what I saw on Gayle King's face when she saw the edited version of her interview with Lisa Leslie. Like, that is not the way that interview went. And she just seemed so distraught at the way that interview was edited. Now, earlier that year, Oprah Winfrey had a fall on stage. No, I'm not saying that she was embarrassed by her fall. I don't know if she was in Joel Osteen Church because I just seen the clip of her speaking and she fell. And a lot of people felt like that fall was like there was something bigger to that fall. Like, yeah, she tripped and fell. Yeah, that's an accident. Okay, whatever. I don't think she's that concerned about being embarrassed over tripping and falling. It was like almost to say that she's like Humpty Dumpty about to have a great fall. Like, not talking about her weight either when I say Humpty Dumpty. I'm talking about somebody who sits on high and they about to fall. off their, they about to fall, right? That's what that fall was like, a sign of Oprah's falling to many. And that was around the time, shortly after that, where Gayle King, they had this edited version of Gayle King's interview with Lisa Leslie. And then maybe a day or so after that edited version, that Gayle King says the edited version of her interview with Lisa Leslie, I happened to see two graves. But one grave was already full of dirt, like somebody was in the grave and the dirt was on top of them, and the other grave was completely empty, like somebody was in the grave and they came out the grave, but then somebody else was put in the grave and it was full of dirt, like they were buried, like freshly buried. And when I see somebody freshly buried where I just see the dirt, that's something fresh. That's the Gayle King situation that was in 2020 with Lisa Leslie. Now, who was the other grave right next to her where the dirt was completely dug out, like somebody came out the grave? I mean, intuitively, I felt like that was Oprah. So that let me know that Gayle King was sacrificed for Oprah. I don't know whether she knew that or not. Maybe she knows it now, and maybe she could have been paid off because now her career is looking okay now. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to her, but I guess she's doing okay. But, something happened where she did fine, But for a minute there, Gayle's image was, she was going through some things. But I say that to say that Oprah, I feel like very, very much cares about image, no matter how much money she has. She very much so cares about image. And this thing after the Club Shay Shay, following what Taraji P. Henson had to say with The Color Purple, it just, I felt like it put the nail in the coffin on Oprah. I really felt like it did. So anyway, I just say I felt like somebody put him up to it, because nobody, I can't even remember this thing that she's talking about. She's praying to the universe. I can't even remember that she even said that. Who even remembers that she even said that? Who remembers that she even said that? Out of everything she said, I didn't even remember that part. Now, some people might have, but that part did not even stick out to me for him to even come in and comment. So I will say, also as well, she has had the mic for a very long time. She has always had her say. She has always had control of the narrative, and he has always had to sit back and listen to everything that she had to say publicly. She always had the mic, and he just had to sit back and eat it and take it and take it and take it. And so, and on another token, I can also say that he's tired of her always having the say. He's tired of her always controlling the narrative. He wants to have his story. He wants to say what he has to say now. I can say that as well, even though I feel strongly that he just got paid. And on top of getting paid, yes, he's going to have his own narrative as well. He's going to have his own side of the story as well. On top of, I feel like he was put up to it. I mean, if he got put up to it, I hope he got paid, because I do feel like he got put up to it. But anyway, but I said it to say that some people really feel like, he needs to move on and heal. He's hurting, and your son needs you. Monique, your son needs you. He is hurting. And you have some people say that he needs to move on and heal. He needs to just heal and let it go. He's not going to get the relationship he wants from his mother. I listened to his very first TikTok live after Club Shay Shay, basically right after the Dark Matter tour, the first day of the Dark Matter tour, after she got her standing ovation and he went live. I saw that TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but people share TikToks. And he said that he's not interested in being a son to him any more than she's interested in being a mother. I remember him saying that he's not interested in the relationship. Basically, he's saying that he's not interested in the relationship. So I don't know about this. He needs to move on and heal, and he's not going to get the relationship that he wants from his mother. I don't know if they were listening to his first TikTok, but he said that neither one of them are interested. Okay? Neither one of them are interested. Okay, so basically, yeah, maybe I can say, yeah, he's just telling his own side because she keep telling her side of the story. So it's time for him to have his say. I can say that, but I just believe strongly that somebody put him up to it. That's it. So yeah, that's all I want to say is that even if nobody put him up to it, which I feel like he did, but even if nobody put him up to it, I don't feel like let's take out the equation that somebody put him up to it. Let's just move that out the way. I still don't feel like, oh, well, he's just hurt and he needs. I don't get that. I get that if you push the fact that he was put up to it out the way, I feel like he's just trying to get his story out there. He has a right to speak his piece. He has a right to have the mic. He has a right to be heard. Like, moving on from it. No, no, no. I have a right to say what I have to say. Don't tell me to move on. She has had her say all this time. She has spoke her piece. And now it's my time to speak my piece. Don't tell me to heal and move on. Stop telling me what I need to do. I have a right to speak the way that she has had the right to speak all this time. Don't tell me to move on. It's not about moving on. It's about having my say. People are not listening. People are not listening. She has said all this stuff about, oh, I haven't been perfect. I've done this and that. Oh, yeah, I'm praying to the universe. Well, dang it. Let's just move the fact that I believe somebody put him up to it. But let's move that out the way. Screw all that healing. Screw the healing. Screw the healing. Screw that he wants a relationship with his mother. And people feel like he needs to accept the fact that she's not going to give him what he wants. Even though he said in the very first TikTok that he doesn't care to be her son any more than she cares to be his mother, even though he said that. So I don't think that's the case. He's made it clear that he doesn't care. He's made it clear that he does not care. He's indifferent with her. So now, moving the fact that somebody could have put him up to it, move that out the way. Then we're going to say that he's just finally having his say after she done had the control over the narrative for so many years. Finally, he has his say. And people want to come on and say, oh, well, you got to move on, sweetie. You got to heal. No, 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 no. He has a right to speak up the same way Monique has had a right to speak up about Monique and Tyler Perry. In the same way, she has controlled the narrative of her and her son's relationship all this time and her praying to the universe. Finally, he gets to speak up, and it ain't about him needing to heal. I think he's done with the situation. I really think he's done with it, and he's just finally having his say. He's finally telling his side of the story. The same way when Monique first came out about Tyler Perry and Oprah and people said that she needs to be quiet and move on is what people are doing to this young man. Even though I feel like somebody put him up with it, but let's move that out the way. Let's move that out the way. They're doing the same thing with him. He needs to heal. This is what you said with Monique. You wanted her to be quiet when she spoke on Monique and Tyler Perry. Well, now I'm saying be quiet too because now you want your son to be quiet. Now you shamed your son for coming out saying what he had to say, but you had the right to speak on Tyler Perry and Oprah. But when your son feel like he has the right to speak up, he's called all kinds of names and mental illness the same way people put on you, Monique. But fine, I don't care about that situation either way. The point I'm making is, here we go with he needs to move on and heal. He just needs to know. He needs to say what he has to say. And after he said what he has had to say, when he finally gets to say his side of the story, then he can be quiet. It's not about moving on to healing. You heal when you finally get your side of the story put out there, then you heal. But I don't think he wants a relationship with Monique. And I don't even think he cares about really controlling the narrative. I think that initially he was put up to it, and now he is telling his side of the story. He's telling his side of the story. It's all mixed up in that. But anyway, that's it, and I will talk later.